Hello and welcome to another unboxing from Pushing Cardboard. I'm Grant Lindeberg, and today we're going to have a look at Gettysburg, a time for heroes from Worthington Publishing. I know we all need another Gettysburg game, like we need a hole in the head. But I'd put up a poll on my website, which you're all welcome to submit to. About what were your favorite games from the last 2 years. I made it 2 years instead of just 1 year because it takes us so long just to get through the games of this year, let alone the past year. So anyway, I put it up and got a fair amount of responses, but I also left a spot where if I hadn't mentioned any of the possibilities that was your favorites, you could write one in. And someone wrote in this game and said, "Hey, why did you forget this? This was a great game." So I was in my friendly local game store the other day, and I saw it on the shelf there, and I went, "Okay, well, this user says it's a good game. I should check it out and see for myself." So here I have it. Another Gettysburg game. This is it says it's like two, maybe 40% sort of on their complexity scale, and 50% on their solitaire suitability scale. So we'll see. It's doesn't tell you on the outside here who the designer is. Oh, here it is. Yves Rogge and Andy Lokes. So there you go. It's a 2-inch box, sort of a little bit heftier box than we see a lot of games. So anyway, let's dive into it, see what's in the box. It appears we're going to have maybe blocks and cards. Hard to say here. Okay, right off the top we have oh yeah, if this is, yeah, Worthington's great about this. These are probably 2 rule books. I mean, I wish more companies would do this. I know it's probably costs a little extra, but man, does it ever feel great when you've got a new game, you're playing it with somebody new, and you both have a copy of the rule book. It's fantastic. It's a glossy rule book. Looks like it's 2-column, fair number of illustrations, design notes, key rules. It looks like a really well, it looks like a laid out, easy to read rule book for sure. The whole thing, including the optional rules, is only 16 pages. So that's a fairly decent sort of easy looking rule book to get your mind around if it's only that far. So there we go. So starts out with a couple copies of the rule book. That's great. We have some counters. These just look like information counters. There's nothing too remarkable about those. Probably have here's the board. Let's kind of pop that out and we'll see how big it is, see how much we can fit in the shot here. Well, this is interesting. Okay, how much of that can we see? Well, we can see quite a bit of it. I'll zoom out and zoom in and see how much more we can do here. There's sort of the whole thing. So you can see places to play the cards along the left, and then the pieces here. But something I noticed right away, I'm going to zoom right in and see if we can't get that sort of on the board if possible. You can see there's spots here and just lines between them, and some go both ways. I guess most of them go both ways. But it's sort of a point-to-point map, but with many fewer points than than we're maybe used to seeing on a map. It reminds me of sort of a cross between a point-to-point map and a if you've ever played Morris Suckling's game Freeman's Farm, you can only the pieces can only move up one or two spots, and that's about it. There's something about this that reminds me a little bit of that. I haven't seen his Chancellorsville games, but I assume it works kind of the same way. Anyway, we'll leave the map out and have a look at what else we have in the box here. Good old Worthington. Always give you their an insert that's totally usable. We have some cubes. I don't think we really need to go into opening those. They're just your standard little cubes. 3 colors. Who knows what the third color is? We've got some baggies. And here's the pieces. Now I will look up these because these are interesting. These are definitely the units. See that? Oh, damn. So, kind of tricky to display here. Oops, got it upside down. There we go. Anyway, I'll have to pick that other one up afterwards. So that looks like those look a bit like the pieces in a Rachel Simmons game. Not quite as long and thin, but the same sort of fronts style. Oh, okay. So we have some more cubes. This time mostly black, but a couple of white ones. Those are probably markers for some kind of tracks here. 9 dice, big bag of dice. And then cards, which have to be sort of the key to the game here. Open up both decks and have a good look. You know what I just I noticed, I just realized now, we've got to the bottom of the box. There's no player aids or anything like that. Okay, so here we got a deck called Confederate Activation. So looks like it's your, what is this, brigade leaders? Oh, corps leader, I think, pretty sure. Oh yeah, here we go. These. No, yeah. Okay, so that's all the leadership. So we have some kind of an activation system where it's probably some kind of a card pull thing. Here's the examples of the union of the same thing. So those are activation decks. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants and saying that might be some sort of like a card version of a chip pull, maybe. Who knows? Just like totally wildly guessing based on the name and the fact that there's multiples of each one. And now some tactics cards. Resilience. These have numbers at the bottom, which may be like ops points, who knows? But then they also have a name of the card and some kind of a special effect. This is +1 die for the attacker. This is adjust 1 die to any face after the dice roll. So who knows? Maybe there's more than one way to play these cards, or maybe that's just, yeah, who knows? Definitely, it's a card game. which is totally fine with me. I kind of love card games. Well, that's that looks like that's everything in the box. That would be Gettysburg, A Time for Heroes from Worthington. It's nice looking components as always from Worthington. They never let you down on the component side of things. And with only a 16-page rule book, this might be something that is worthwhile playing when you don't want to break out a Most Fearful Sacrifice or one of those giant Gettysburg games. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, Gettysburg, A Time for Heroes from Worthington. I'm Grant Linneberg, and do stop by the website, click on the polls, and if you want to let us know what your favorite games out of the last 2 years were, you're welcome to add your name and your thoughts to the pile there. You can either sign into the website, or you can access the poll anonymously as well. It doesn't really matter. Either way, you can you put in your favorites. Hopefully I'll see you there, and in the meantime, happy gaming.